Well, again, I want to say thank you so much for everyone joining this evening, whether you're watching it live with us now or you're actually watching back on replay. If you're watching back on replay, you won't be able to do this, but if you're watching live, I'm way over here in the corner. And if you'd like to drag, you can drag that to any corner you want. If it's covering up something at any point in time, you can even make it a little bit bigger if you'd like to see me more. Obviously, if you can't hear me well, try turning up the volume on your computer as I have checked my mic here and everything is rolling. So a little housekeeping before we get started. First, I want to say thank you for joining. You've stumbled along the Trū Solutions call. And what is that? It is a 30,000-foot view of who TrūAura is, why we do what we do, and then really what do we do? How can you earn an income doing that? But you can't really know that until you understand really where our founding steps came from. And that was just over 3 years ago. We just celebrated our 3rd anniversary. And it started with the vision of really 2 people, Rick and Noel Heath, a wonderful couple based here in Dallas, Texas. And Rick has been in the direct sales world for over 2 decades and been around it his whole life, as his father ran a direct sales company. You could say it's in his genes. And he had the opportunity to really look at a past organization and say, hey, how could we reinvent this and make it a disruptor? And the best way to do that is through product. It was looking at the product, taking the product of the people, much like yourself, but also looking at the product and saying, hey, how can we do it different? You might have noticed that disrupting companies right now are the fastest growing companies in the world. And so we took a company that is in a multi-billion dollar industry. Yes, I said billion, multi-billion dollar industry. And we said, hey, is there a different way to look at it? Yes, there is. And it really gets down to a few simple words: microbiomes, pre and probiotics, healthy flora, those type of things. Start looking at a healthy diet for your skin. You see, your skin is an organ just like your gut. We care about our gut a lot, what we put into our mouth and how it affects our health on a daily basis. But our skin is an organ just like that. We can't always control what goes onto our skin. So we wanted to make a head-to-toe solution. See what I did there? A head-to-toe solution as a healthy diet for your skin. We're going to get into that a little bit later. But the beautiful thing that I love about what Rick and Noel Heath did is it is a family-owned business. There's not outside investors or private equity and all of these things. It's truly about people. I love working with a family-owned business. You see, their 2 sons work for the company, and their daughter is a consultant as well as a teacher of the year, I might add, and about to make them their first be grandparents for the first time. So it really is. It's a wonderful family environment that they've created, and it's real. At the heart of it is you. They wanted to create an environment so that you could thrive, not just somebody's skin, but so that a consultant base that we could be the umbrella over many different small businesses. You see, that's the industry that we represent, and it's about flexibility and control over your life. Not us controlling it, but you controlling it. It's been a wonderful time to be able to work closely with the Heath family as they develop the business further. I joined the company just over a year ago and run the sales for them. I've been in the direct sales world for almost a decade now. A decade prior to that, I was actually in the traditional corporate world. I've always been in the sales side of the business. And you might be joining us this evening going, well, I've never sold before. That's great news. What I can tell you you've done before is you're a problem solver. And that's all sales really is. Take a screenshot of this, or maybe even a picture with your phone, jot it down old school with a pen and paper. This is my cell phone number. You can text or call to this number whenever you want. One of the beautiful things that I love about my job is that I get to meet you where you are and help you take your next step. Not the next step that somebody else has for you or whatever it might be. You see, TrūAura is a place where you get to do your business your way. And the beauty of the industry that we represent in the direct sales space is You're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. You get to grow at your own pace. You get to determine what success looks like for yourself. It's a fun business to be in because you get to connect with many different types of people. You get to build community and really determine what kind of characteristics and traits fit in best to your business. You can use your skill sets that you developed in the past and things that you want to bring out now and in the future. I want to start here on the right-hand side of the screen at a picture of integrity, the intersection of integrity, ethics, honesty, and respect. You see, these are characteristics that a lot of people and a lot of companies talk about. I'd be naive to think that these aren't like words written on boardrooms all over America. I'd also be remiss to say that it's easy to talk about these on the good days, on the good years, in the good companies. It's kind of like a relationship. The things that define a relationship are the bad days, not the good days. The tough years, not the good years. It's how you respond to trials and tribulations. And I go that direction because over the last year and a half, we've had some difficulty. I don't know if you've noticed. There's been some pain points in our economy and our social justice side of things. Lots of different things, a lot of distractions. Some things that are healthy distractions that are pointing us into a wonderful direction as a country and as a world and as a people. But it's whenever though you come against those trials that certain things come to the surface. Characteristics. Your character is revealed in times of struggle. As I mentioned earlier, I joined TrūAura 1 year ago. 2 weeks after I started, we went to a home-based business. Only been to the office a few times. Worked from home and lots of Zoom calls. And I can tell you that in the struggles that we've had, beauty has come out of it. Much like gold is refined from fire and impurities are come to the surface so you can scrape them across and you can start to see the reflection of the blacksmith as he shines it up. That's what this last year has been for us. It's been a time of excitement, a time of growth. We actually grew in 2020 as a company. But what I loved about it is that integrity, ethics, respect, and honesty, and even more so transparency, were at the forefront of how we led the company. And that's really from the top down, from Rick and Noel and the family, as well as the other 15 people that are at our Dallas-based company. Whenever you have that, you start to build a sisterhood and a community where people want to be around and join and be a part of a movement. On the left-hand side of the screen, it's a beautiful picture of a puzzle. I love this picture that I found here is, first, whenever you're putting a puzzle together, what's the first thing that you usually do? You find the border pieces, right? You find those border pieces. Why? Because it can help limit your vision of where you're going to place the next piece. You break them into colors and different objects and that kind of stuff. But the first thing is borders. What you might notice here, there are no borders in this puzzle. We don't want to limit the vision of where we can grow to. Second, you might notice that the word community is written in the middle. We've laid a foundation over the first 3 years of the business that is going to benefit you. You see, you're at the right place at the right time because the blood, sweat, and tears that have been laid down have built a community that you are going to benefit from. The third thing that you'll notice is 2 pieces that are not placed yet. But if you look close enough, there is a perfect cutout for each one of them. You see characteristics and qualities of individuals that help make up a bigger picture. Those 2 pieces represent yourself. Is that we want to look at the skill sets that you have, the desires, the ideas, the qualities that you personally have, those skill sets. And there's a perfect spot right here for you. The last picture here is in the middle, and this is a picture of who we want to represent as a corporate team. And as the person who invited you to this call, we're not going to do the business for you. We're not going to climb the mountain for you. You still got to do the hard work. But we're going to be there to give you the boost up every now and then, to give you the hand up, not the hand out. It does take hard work. But anything worth doing is pretty difficult. Notice that there. Anything worth doing is pretty difficult at times. We want to be there to help you as you climb your own personal mountain, to be able to give you the opportunity to have your own business, to be an entrepreneur, to get out of something what you put into it. There's a lot of different consultants in our business and a resounding, and whenever you ask them, what do you like most about it? You hear many different things that come back, and whether it's product and different things, but one thing that is always in people's top three across the board, no matter what the other two or three are, is flexibility. Flexibility and control. This speaks to the new gig economy that we're a part of. And this is April. April Matheson, she's our #1 seller in the business. And this is on our closed Facebook group. She shared this about why she loves their business. She loves being an entrepreneur, and that it allows her to still run a successful business, but having the flexibility to be a mom. And as she says here, on her own terms, not someone else's. Not having guilt of going, I have to go home and work with the kids and do this or this. It gives a wonderful way that she can grow a family and have flexibility and control over her business and her family. Here's a few other people that wanted to share their testimony of what they love about TrūAura.
TrūAura has been absolutely amazing for my family and I. It has put me out of my comfort zone, given me confidence I never knew I could have.
I love sharing samples with my family and friends of the products that I love and use every day from TrūAura. The best part about that is getting a surprise text personal message about how much they liked it, maybe how they've never used something like this before, and how well it worked for them. So
one of the biggest things that people do love about TrūAura is the product. And we're going to get into that in a little bit, and you might have even used it. Actually, a lot of the people that join these calls have used it and absolutely love it, want to have the opportunity to be able to share and impact other people's lives. And so, but then it's the responses that you get back. And you might have even sent a text like this before to a consultant or maybe a friend of yours and saying, oh my gosh, this is the best my skin's felt in a long time. Maybe it solved a problem or a pain point that you've had with skincare. The beauty is now you're going to have that same opportunity to help others. You might go, well, you started 3 years ago, you said. So where are you on this product adaptive curve? Don't get overwhelmed or intimidated by that term. This is more of an economic term, macro. I didn't put this chart together. I just pulled it off of Google, but let's just take it outside of our own industry and let's talk about like an iPhone. iPhone and Apple have a target demographic that they're going after. They break it into 5 different sectors. They say the innovators, the beta testers, the inventors, the ones that work at Apple, that are at the store, that are there, that are waving the flag, right? Waving the flag. They're the innovators. It's Steve Jobs. It's Tim Cook. It's those type of people, the idea people that say, hey, I'm here to wave the flag for you. The early adopters are what? They're the ones that are waiting in line whenever the iPhone, like me, whenever it comes out and says, I want to have the first. I want to be the first follower. That's important to them. Then you have early majority. They say, yeah, you know what? I want to get the new iPhone. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until the lines die down. Then whenever I can just walk into the store or just go on the website, I don't have to wake up at midnight or whatever it is to get it sent to me. The late majority are, hey, whenever I have an upgrade, I'm fine. I'm fine with the phone I have. Whenever I have an upgrade, I'll get it. The laggard is when my iPhone 6 dies, I'll go get whatever the new one is or whatever it is, whatever I can get a deal on. Hopefully that explains what the product adaptive curve is. So it's really about your target demographic. It's not the public as a whole, it's your target demographic. And so where are we, where is TrūAura in our own product adaptive curve? I would say we're really in the single digits. We're in the 6 to 7% range. That's not even to the upsweet. Like, we just got on the roller coaster. We haven't even started going up yet. That's the fun part of it. And that early adopter, early majority, the growth phase of a business, it can last as long as you want it to be. With new products that come out and innovation and different things, you can really stay in that growth cycle for a long time. Some people call this cycle the very beginning of a company, their startup phase, and then you have your infancy stage, then you have your growth phase. We're really in that infancy stage. We've gotten through the blood, sweat, and tears of the foundational stuff for the building a business, but now we're in the infancy stage. So should be exciting for you. We're in the top 50. We're still really at the front end of this, and you can really benefit by what we've already been able to develop here. So the next part of the call, I want to talk through really 3 different things: the why, the how, and the what. This is a simple golden rule model of Simon Sinek's come up with. And impact connects to the why, the flexibility to the how, the disruption is the what, the product, right? And so we're going to walk through that. And I want to first talk about why we do what we do. This is from a corporate perspective and from talking to many different consultants. Whether you're doing this part-time, full-time, or big time, you get to make an impact in other people's lives. Somebody thought of you and said, I'd like to impact you. And maybe you'd like to help problem solve some skincare issues that people might have. Whenever you get to impact other people's lives, you leave a marked effect on them. And when you leave a marked effect, guess what? You create a loyalty and a reason to keep coming back. And when you impact others, what does it do to you? You impact out, but meaning comes back in. You create significance for yourself. Whether you're doing this part-time, full-time, or big time, you can impact others. So you be reflective out. And then what comes back in is the significance and meaning in your daily walk. When you have that, you have significance in what you get to do on a daily basis, tied in with the flexibility and control. You start to feel fulfilled at the end of the day. And when you feel fulfilled, you feel like you have purpose. Another word for that would be purpose. That your daily actions have purpose and a reason for doing it. And then whenever you feel purpose, you want to impact other people's lives. And whenever you impact others, you feel meaning and more purpose and more impact and more meaning. And then it just becomes a snowball effect, a good snowball. That's what we're about here. That's why we do what we do, because we get to impact other people's lives, whether it's through our product or our business model. And so our business model and how we do what we do is through the direct sales channel. And I want you to first throw it out the window of maybe a past relationship you've had with direct sales or MLM, whatever you want to call it. I've been like I said, in the industry for 10 years, and I came in with a preconceived notion of what it was. I redefined it for myself, especially over the last couple of years of understanding that it's a customized shopping experience. Others are trying to figure out what we do. We're not trying to figure out what retail does. Let me say that again. They are trying to figure out what we do. They want to create a customized shopping experience. They want to actually have these algorithms online and different things, and maybe even at stores like Nordstrom, Macy's, whatever it might be, that actually customize to you, that follow your shopping patterns. And it's about developing a relationship. We've been doing that for years, almost a century now. Direct sales is all about that. It's about developing a relationship with your customers, understanding what some of their pain points are, and does your product solve it? It's about developing relationships. That's why I love the industry that we represent, because it's at the perfect place at the perfect time right now, where it is actually taking control of your career and giving a more value to others than what you receive in return. That's how you grow a business. You see, we were the first gig economy. This industry was. And what if the gig economy, again, it's about flexibility and control. And the three like pillars of the gig economy right now are Uber, Lyft, and Airbnb. They started just 12 years ago. And now they're all public companies, over $100 billion companies, because they're about the customized shopping experience. The largest retailer in the world is a direct seller. It's Amazon. They're a platform to connect a consumer to a maker. It's a direct sales business. It's about creating a relationship with the end consumer. That's what you get to do, but you get to do it through a relationship. The final thing that I'll talk about before we talk about income potential and all that is the what. And that's, again, the healthy diet for your skin. We want to lead the way in talking about things that many people don't talk about. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, billion-dollar industry that we are disrupting with a healthy diet for your skin that preserves, supports, and supplements. Lots of words on this page. And that's what you need to remember. We preserve through through a microbiome. We support with pre and probiotics. We supplement with age-defying ingredients to give you two important words: noticeable results. Noticeable results. I've, to be honest, I have a skincare routine for the first time in many years, and I can't tell you how great my skin feels. It's weird of how much I enjoy the process in the morning and evening of doing it, and I really have those noticeable results. I'm proud of the skin I'm in, and it's something that I've received as a gift to be able to have this, and you can do that as well for your friends, family, acquaintances, and those around you. It's about problem solving, not selling. We want to make sure that we give you the tools to be successful in your new business that you're going to be starting. We have many different things that can help you, from Facebook groups to YouTube channels to Zoom parties to Zoom trainings, many different things. We have our back office, our replicated website, apps, and I'll talk all about that in a minute. But here's some testimony of what some people love about what we do.
It has filled my cup in a way that I didn't even know I needed, allowing me to connect with these women and offer healthy beauty solutions and gain new friendships in the process.
I love doing Facebook virtual parties just to give tips and tricks for women to feel and look great in their own skin.
And I think you should join us to experience these benefits too.
It truly is about experiencing those benefits, the benefits of the tools. And a big part of tools and training is a lot of capital goes into creating these tools and training and different things that you get to use in your business. Websites, apps, inventory, all of these things, they cost money. And you don't have to pay for that. That is a huge value and benefit to you as a new business owner, that you don't have to look at, where's my break-even point? Your break-even point is week one, because we pay weekly, not monthly. Your break-even point, you will start to earn income, and you can look at the income as your margin. You are earning margin on your business week one. You don't have to look at where's your break-even point and those type of things. These tools and trainings and the investment is done for you. And it creates an environment to where you can be successful very early on. That replicated website that I mentioned, it just has your name attached to it so that every order comes through goes to you and you get credit for it. The app, we have a brand new app. We just revitalized it, relaunched it, all of that. It's amazing. You can create videos on it. You can share products, all of these wonderful things. And then our back office that has our reporting and resources, where you can gather all the information that you could possibly ever want. That resource library also has training and images and different things that you can use to really grow your business. So whether you're joining us because you're the entrepreneur with ideas and or maybe you've just always wanted to be an entrepreneur. You thought, what better time than now? What a beautiful thing that is to be able to say, I think I have the entrepreneurial spirit, but I've always been a little scared. Let's do this. We want to be there to support you. We want to be able to walk hand in hand with you. Maybe you're burned out on a past career or job. And if that's where you're at in your life, sorry you're going through that, but we want to be a soft landing place for you. And we want to be a bridge to something new. That something new might be TrūAura, and that would be beautiful for us and for you. But we understand that there's times of need where people have to, you know what, just bridge a gap. We're an awesome opportunity for that. Maybe you're a power mom, and I was just with my sister earlier today, and she was talking about, especially in these times, she just needs forced adult interaction. She's around my 3 nieces all the time. And she's like, man, I just need reasons to get together with friends. Power moms are amazing because the more balls that you have in the air, the more you can juggle and the more efficient you become. But at the same time, a lot of that time it revolves around kids for you power moms, and you need some forced adult interaction. You need to connect with some of those skill sets that you're developing as moms and wives and careers, because we need more of those skill sets and characteristics and qualities that moms have in the corporate world. Those same skill sets that you develop, you might have moved into a time of retirement from any or all of these. Might be an empty nester now. You might have left a career, or maybe had an entrepreneurial opportunity that didn't work out, or maybe you sold it, whatever it might be. But you have skill sets and characteristics and qualities that you still want to use and that you want to impact other people's lives. This is a great place to do that early in the story and the journey of a company, and you can be a big part of the impact into a company and growing it. So whatever this might be for you, we want to give you that soft landing place or the encouragement that you need to grow a business. Obviously, a big part of that is how do you earn an income? And we do a tiered commission structure that is from 20% up to 50%. I've worked all over the world with direct sales companies. I've been in Australia, New Zealand, Asia, the US, Canada, all over, working in those countries in direct sales. And I can honestly say this is one of the most competitive, if not most generous, compensation packages I've been around. Earning up to 50% of your total sales. That is phenomenal. It's really unheard of. The more you sell, the more percentage you're going to make. That top tier that you have to get to is only at $2,500 as well. Once you hit that $2,500, you're not only are your future sales, but all of your sales from that month are also, for retail sales, are also triggered at 50%. Like I said, we pay weekly, and so we top you off as the month goes on up to the percent that you're at. It's a wonderful model of knowing that you have weekly needs, not just monthly needs. And that we've taken a stance that it costs more money to pay out weekly, but we want to be a part of the solution, not just a part of a problem. Here's a few people that have earned income from very early in their business.
That from day one, I was thoroughly impressed with the TrūAura skincare line. The first time I used it, I said, wow, this is the real deal. It's been a fantastic experience being a TrūAura consultant. Thankfully, from day one, I earned income, and within a week, I received my first paycheck. Who does that? That's amazing. Well, TrūAura does. And just the flexibility is just wonderful. Having a large family, being a wife and mother to 7 children, and homeschooling, it fits right in perfectly.
TrūAura definitely has provided my family with extra income. This past summer, I was able to buy a new iPhone, which I use for my business as well. And also last month, my family moved. And so when we were setting up our new house, I made a couple of expensive runs to Target for things that we needed, and instead of worrying about where that money would come from, I just paid it with my TrūAura cash, which was huge. and fun and freeing as well.
TrūAura has done so much for me with the people, with lifting me up and empowering me to become the best person I can be and continue to grow, and to not only help myself, but to also help others. So community and connection. Thank you, TrūAura.
I love being able to hear from some of our new people as well as older consultants. Those are people that started just a few months ago, as well as that have been around for a minute. So whether you're joining because you love that clean, safe, healthy products, if you need a flexible side gig, maybe you need to supplement or replace an income that you might have lost over the last year. You like the idea of having being able to work from your phone, right? Or maybe you just want to make a difference in other people's lives. We have a place for you, and we'd love for you to be able to start. Just know that at the first two levels of the business, and you can earn these by selling. You don't have to recruit or anything. You can get these by selling $500 and $1,000. And you can earn $379 worth of product. When you do that, that is over the lifetime. You don't have to do it in a certain amount of time. We want to invest back into you. We know that you love the products and that you want to be able to use them, and that's going to be a way that you can earn those products yourself. Also, what we want to do is in your first 60 days of the business, first 2 months of the business, and you have a very individual born date with TrūAura, but the first 60 days that you have, you'll earn an additional 20% off of anything that you sell. So in that first 60 days, you'll make a minimum of 40% of whatever you're selling, unless you get to that 50% tier, and then you're making 50% on all of it. So that is a wonderful way to really kick off your business. We want to invest into those who are willing to invest and take a start with us. We're excited about these next steps for you, and we hope that you're ready to get started with us today and enjoy your next steps. Again, my name is Phillip. My phone number is 214-908-3221. I'd love to hear from you. And as I shared with some of you before we started, as the thought of the night, be better to light one small candle than curse the darkness. This cancel culture that we're a part of, we don't have to be a part of. And that small light that you can light is the TrūAura light in taking that next step of growing your business. Thanks so much for joining this evening, and I hope you have a wonderful night.